Hi everyone, it's Lindey and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to go over some must-have essential tools that every reseller should have. So, I am of the mindset that in order to be a successful reseller that you don't need a lot of stuff. Right? I think that a lot of people have this idea that if you want to be a super professional, upper level seller, if you want to be like big time, you've got to have all of this really expensive equipment, like big, huge lighting kits and special DSLR cameras, an entire room full of shipping supplies, all of these fancy backdrops with all of this equipment to hold them on, special computers or software that you have to pay a monthly subscription for every single month. But really, that's not the case. I've spoken to many successful sellers out there that have very minimal supplies that they work with. And so that made me start thinking to myself, when it comes down to it, what are some of the tools that I think every successful reseller should have? And now this is not going to be a video where I sit here and list off the 30 essential things, like you need to make sure that you have poly bags, you need to make sure you have bubble wrap, you need to make sure that you have a steamer for garments. That's not what this video is. I am talking super duper essential tools. Like if you're a brand new reseller and you know that you need some little things, but you can't exactly pick out what those little things might be, that's what this video is for. It's to let you know the very minimal tools that I consider to be essential in a reselling business. And what's even better is that all of these tools that I'm going to talk about today are super cheap or free. That's right, not every tool has to be expensive, even the essential ones, super cheap. Let's get started. The first essential tool I think every reseller should have in their arsenal is a Scotty Peeler. The Scotty Peeler is an extremely simple device, but it is super effective. So a lot of the times we resellers will buy things that have price stickers on them. Whether you're picking up stuff at a thrift store or you're buying retail arbitrage at a clearance section of a major department store, there's gonna be stickers to take off. I, for one, discovered the power of the Scotty Peeler when I started doing liquidation, because I would do retail arbitrage or I would buy stuff at Goodwill and I wasn't buying extremely high volume quantities. So it really wasn't a big deal for me to just like use my fingernail and peel off a sticker here and there. But when I started doing liquidation and I received boxes full of merchandise that was covered in stickers, and I started getting pallets that had thousands of items, primarily cosmetics, that were just covered in sticky stickers, and not just one sticker, I'm talking like covered in multiple stickers. I decided I could not handle just using my finger anymore. It was driving me crazy. Enter the Scotty Peeler. So you can get them in two different ways. You can get plastic or metal. I personally have opted for plastic because I've been hearing that the metal ones are extremely sharp. And because I work with a lot of cardboard, I didn't want to have a metal Scotty Peeler scratch and rip the cardboard, so I opted for the plastic. But essentially what this tool does, and I'm sorry, it's kind of gunky. Hopefully you can't see the gunk too much, but it's just super duper thin at the point, and you're able to just stick it underneath a sticker and just lift up the sticker. Now, another tool that you can use in combination with this to make sticker removing even faster is a hairdryer or a heat gun. I personally don't like using heat guns because I feel like they get way too hot. So I just use a standard black hairdryer that I got from Walmart for $9. And I know you're probably thinking, why didn't you get a used one from a thrift store for like $3 or $4? Because my thrift stores around here suck and none of them sell hairdryers. So I had to go buy one for $9. Anyway, moving on. So I just use a hairdryer on the lowest setting. I've actually like demonstrated this in one of my listing videos. I'll go ahead and link it up here if you want to see it. But I just heat up the sticker with the hairdryer and I just slowly peel off the sticker, and that's all I need to do. This Scotty Peeler is a lifesaver. Lifesaver. for stickers, let me tell you. And you can buy a 3-pack of these on Amazon for less than $10. I think when I bought mine, I've bought like 3 packs of 3, so I have like 9 of these lying around. I think I paid $5.99 or $6.99 for 3 of them the last time I purchased. I don't know if the prices have gone up or not with, you know, the pandemic and so many people starting to resell. I don't know if the price has gone up lately, but I will have links to these products down in my video description so you can go check them out. I will link to the exact ones that I use, not just like a random one. It'll be the exact ones that I use, but they're also super durable. I've had this for like a year and a half now, and I've never broken one. So fantastic tool to have, and only costs a few dollars a piece. The next essential tool I feel every reseller should have in their arsenal is a barcode scanner. Now, some people might say that a barcode scanner is not essential, right? Because all you'd have to do is just type out the UPC in the numerical pad on your keyboard, no big deal. However, since starting to do liquidation and doing a lot more retail arbitrage, when an item has a barcode, it is significantly faster to list when you're doing big batches of listing. It is so much faster. When you're doing a high volume of retail merchandise that all have barcodes on them, it is so much faster to use a barcode scanner because look, there's 12 numbers on a barcode, okay? 12 numbers. That's 12 numbers to type up, 12 times that you can potentially mistype when you're trying to hurry, and then it doesn't find the right item. You have to retype it in. Trust me, just take my word for it, okay? Just take my word for it. Plus, this is not expensive. I think a lot of people might see a barcode scanner as a luxury because, you know, I just have fingers, I can just type it in, who cares? Yes, this might be a luxury, but it's so inexpensive that it's almost like, why would you not just buy a barcode scanner to speed up your listing process? I'm telling you, when you're doing high volumes of retail items that have barcodes and you're constantly typing in numbers, you start mistaking numbers, you start messing up, it starts taking more time, you can't get as much stuff listed. This really speeds up the process. I believe I bought this one for about $13 on Amazon. $13. They do have some barcode scanners that are a lot more pricey. They run off of Bluetooth. This one is corded, but you can buy ones that are not corded that run off Bluetooth and batteries. But listen, this cord is plenty long, right? It's plenty long. It was like $13 on Amazon. I don't know if it's priced the same way now because I did buy it a long time ago, but it just plugs into your computer and it is seriously a plug and play. It is not difficult to understand how to use this. It doesn't even come with a manual because it's so simple. Literally all you do is click in the search bar, hold this over the barcode, squeeze the trigger, and it will search eBay or whatever platform you're on for that barcode and find the products. It is so simple. Therefore, because of the low cost of the product and how much more efficient it makes my business, I do see this as being an essential tool for reselling. The third essential tool that I think every reseller should have is shipping supplies. I'm not gonna go through and string a big old long list here of all of the essential shipping items that I think every reseller should have because I have done several videos on shipping. They're on my channel and I will link a couple of those up here. And in every single one of those videos, I talk about the essential shipping items, like what essential poly bag I think you should have, bubble wrap, shipping tape, and all of that kind of stuff. So I don't want to go on a long list. However, if you're going to be a reseller, you have to have certain shipping supplies on hand because you don't want to end up selling an item and then not have a way to ship it. However, if there was one essential shipping tool that I would say every reseller needs to have, it would be a shipping scale. And that's because every good reseller should be printing their shipping labels at home or at their office, not paying full price at the post office. And you cannot ship from home or your office without a shipping scale, because you have to know how much the package weighs before you can pay for a shipping label and have it sent out. So if I had to pick one essential tool that's not something obvious like tape or a box, if I was to pick an essential tool that's not something super obvious, it would be a shipping scale. And again, the one that I have goes up to 50 pounds and it's only $20, so it's not expensive. The next essential tool that I think that everyone should have is GoDaddy Bookkeeping. So that's right, it's not a physical tool, it is a software program. You guys, I get so many questions about bookkeeping and taxes, and I think it's because a lot of people that are starting to become resellers, they've never been self-employed before. So there's a lot of questions surrounding how to handle taxes, how to do proper bookkeeping. And I did just recently, last month, do a video about all of the bookkeeping basics for resellers, and I will link that video up here if you missed it. But in that video, I talked about how I use GoDaddy Bookkeeping. There's a lot of perks to using GoDaddy Bookkeeping because it is a very smart software, and you can actually link up your eBay or Amazon store directly through GoDaddy Bookkeeping, and it automatically tracks transactions that go through those platforms. It automatically tracks all of the amounts that you pay for shipping labels, eBay fees, all of that. You can also link up your business bank accounts or your PayPal account, and every money that goes in or out of those is automatically tracked through GoDaddy Bookkeeping as well. And like I said, it is very smart. You can actually train the software your spending habits so that it will automatically categorize purchases. For instance, if I swipe my banking card at Goodwill, I can tell GoDaddy Bookkeeping every time I swipe my card at Goodwill, it's for buying inventory. And then every time I swipe my card at Goodwill after that, it will automatically start categorizing it for me. So it makes it super helpful when it comes time to do taxes at the end of the year, because it allows me to generate different reports, the most important one being a profit and loss statement. Now, of course, GoDaddy Bookkeeping is not free, but it is not super expensive. It's about $10 a month. I know that I pay $120 for a full year. So in my opinion, $120 for 12 full months of this awesome software program is well worth it. It saves me so much time on bookkeeping. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. The next essential tool that I wanted to talk about is actually an app. It's called Evernote. I truly believe that every single reseller out there needs to always be learning, because there's always things changing with our markets. E-commerce is always evolving, and we can't just get so comfortable that we just constantly do the same thing all the time and never change how we operate our business. I don't know about you, but whenever I am learning or researching things, I am a diligent note taker. And what's really cool about the Evernote app is that you can actually link up multiple devices to multiple notepads. And so you can go from typing in a note on the computer to accessing it immediately on your phone. So if you're in the middle of doing some sort of product research, you can actually take the notes in the app on your computer and it saves automatically. You don't have to remember to save it. It saves automatically. And so then when you're out, you can actually access those notes on your phone instantaneously. And because I do feel like research and learning is essential to our businesses, I do also want to talk to you about the sponsor of today's video. Skillshare is an online learning platform that has over 20,000 classes in all different areas, but my favorite, of course, are their business classes. They have tons of classes on this site for bookkeeping, branding, marketing. They even have classes teaching how to create Facebook storefronts and do Facebook ads. That's actually something else that I've been wanting to get more into, because I do want to develop like a storefront kind of situation for Facebook, and I would like to start, using Facebook Marketplace more for selling products. Well, Skillshare has classes on Facebook ads and creating a storefront, so I got some learning to do. You need help with creating logos, branding, learning more about social media marketing. I swear they have a course for everything that you want to do to help your business grow. A premium membership is less than $10 a month, but because they are sponsoring this video and they've partnered with my YouTube channel, they are willing to give up to 1,000 of my viewers 2 free months on the Skillshare site. So if you've never tried Skillshare before, now is a perfect opportunity because the link is down in the video description. Give it a click and you will get 2 free months on the Skillshare site. And while you're learning and diligently taking notes, make sure to put them in the Evernote app. That way you make sure that you never lose track of it. The next tool that I think is essential for every reseller is magic erasers. Magic erasers are pretty amazing. I'm not exactly sure how they work. I've heard a couple of theories about there being certain kinds of sharp, tiny, fragmented pieces of stuff in these little sponges. I don't know exactly what it is. All I know is that these things are pretty amazing. When I was selling clothing, I was able to use these to remove metallic Sharpie off of the bottom of shoes. And now I use them to remove the sticky adhesive that's left behind after I take off stickers with my Scotty Peeler. So going back to that, there is sometimes some sticky adhesive that's left behind. For the most part, if I use a source of heat when I peel off the stickers, there usually isn't much of any adhesive left, but sometimes there could be adhesive or dirt, or maybe I'll get a bottle of something that just isn't very clean looking. I use these to clean it up. All you have to do is just get it wet, squeeze it and wring it out and start scrubbing. Of course, the only thing that I can't use these on are like paper or cardboard, but almost everything else, it's amazing. And you don't have to use the Magic Eraser name brand. You can actually use the off brand. There's even some at Dollar Tree that work perfectly. Not exactly sure what they're called at Dollar Tree. They're definitely not called magic erasers, although I think people have found a single magic eraser for $1 at Dollar Tree before. But there is something in the laundry kind of cleaning aisle at Dollar Tree, and you can get either 1 or a 2-pack for only $1, and it works just as well as the Magic Eraser name brand. But these are amazing. I'm telling you, these things work wonders. I have dozens of them. The next essential tool that I think that every reseller should have in their arsenal is Blue Shield glasses. Every time I'm wearing these, you guys always ask me about them. These are Blue Shield glasses. I got them off of Amazon. They are high def and they were only $27. If there was one product that I could stand behind for the rest of my life, it would be these glasses. So that just goes to show how much I love these things. So here's the deal with my eyes. I have been to numerous eye doctors because I have always suffered from extreme eye strain. And that eye strain would give me chronic daily headaches. I saw several eye doctors and all of my eye doctors would tell me, well, you see perfectly fine. We can give you a glass, we could give you some glasses. You might have a slight astigmatism, be like one would be like plus 0.25, the other would be minus 0.25, like nothing. They were basically clear lenses. And they would tell me, wear these on the computer, wear them when you are on your phone, see if that helped. It actually made it worse. It made it worse because the issue that I was having, if I look at things that have contrasting colors, it makes my head hurt even more. So like looking at letters on a computer screen or my phone, it is really bad when I look at my phone. Or like a black and white checkerboard floor would give me chronic headaches. Finally, I saw an eye doctor that said, well, Lindey, I know what your problem is. You have superhero eyes. I got what now? Yeah, they told me I have like superhuman vision, which is kind of funny. I'm kind of like, Really, really now. And they said that the problem is that my eyesight is so good that I'm straining my eyes when I don't have to see things. So she was trying to explain to me that like whenever I'm looking at a computer screen or I'm looking at my phone, my eyes are actually trying to make out the tiny little computer pigments. I don't even know what they're called. Remember when you were a kid and you used to go to the tube TV? If you get up like really close to the tube TV, you could see like the 3 lines of color in these tiny little boxes over and over and over again. Apparently with like a computer screen and my phone, my eyes are straining too much to see all of the little details of color. And I mean, I've always known I've had good eyesight. I can see clearly like way far distances. So I've always had good eyesight, but it never occurred to me that the eye strain was the cause of my problems. And so the problem was that I've been doing it for so long, my entire life, I don't even realize that I'm doing it, and that's what's causing my headaches. And so she recommended that I just try some simple Blue Shield glasses whenever I was on the computer or on my phone. And she told me I didn't need a prescription. I could just go get Blue Shield glasses. I bought these. These are the first ones that I found because they were the cheapest, because there are some out there that are crazy expensive. I have no idea why anybody needs to pay $100 for Blue Shield glasses, okay? $27. I've had this same pair for over 2 years now. This same pair for over 2 years for $27. And my headaches stopped, totally stopped. And they relax my eyes so much, I wear them all day long. Really, the only time I ever take them off is when I'm filming videos or I'm doing a live stream, because you guys can see the glare right on my glasses. And on the days that I don't really wear them, like the days when I film a whole bunch of videos or a day I do a live stream, I start to get a headache because I've gone too long without wearing my glasses. All of this is to say, sorry, I just gave you like my entire life story about my superhero eyes. All of this is to say, if you suffer from headaches, or if you spend long periods of time on your phone working, which if you're a reseller, you probably do, spend long periods of time on the computer and you're having to focus, taking pictures and things like that, I highly recommend stand behind these 1000%. The next essential tool that I think that every reseller should have is a ring light. You can see it in my glasses. You can see the reflection. So unfortunately, I can't show you my ring light because I am using it. So I'll stick a picture up here so you can see what it looks like. So you can buy different ring lights from different sellers. They range anywhere from $50 to $100. I don't exactly know what the difference is between a $50 one and a $100 one. The one that I'm using right now, I think was about $80. It's by the brand Newer, I don't know. But I've had this ring light for years now and I really love it. It's a nice bright light. I use it for taking all of my eBay photos and I use it for filming all of my videos. It does not take up a lot of space and it comes with a couple of different light filters, so you could have more of like a soft warm light versus a daytime light. I'm using the daytime light one right now. It's got a flexible head on it and it basically replaced that big bulky light system that I used to have with the umbrella lights and all of this stuff with the bulbs and all of this. So now I did say in my video what I would do differently if I were starting over today, that I will link up here if you missed that. So while I still believe that you can just use natural light to take photographs for eBay, I do think that it's a good idea to at least have some source of light, because there will be times where maybe it's cloudy or you have to take pictures either early in the morning or late in the day. And so it is smart to have some sort of lighting source. And while you can buy, you know, simple clamp lamps or bulb setups for less than $50, I do think that the ring light provides enough efficiency in getting the job done that it is well worth at least buying the cheapest $50 one that's out there. And then the last seller tool that I think that every reseller should use is an app that is completely free, and it's called SALECALC. So what's cool about the SALECALC app is that you can actually put in data to see what your projected profits would be. Now, this can come in very, very handy for you if you are trying to decide whether or not to source an item to see if you can actually make any money if you price it with the market, or you can enter in the data if you receive a best offer and you're not exactly sure whether or not that offer is too low for you to make money, or you can use it when you're trying to price your item for eBay if you're trying to find out the minimum that you can list it at in order to make a certain amount of profit. So the app is really simple to use and it's super straightforward. You just open it up and then at the very top you're going to put in whatever buy it now price that you either want to accept or you're considering pricing your item at, and then you can add right below that any amount of shipping that the buyer is paying. If you're doing free shipping, you just leave it $0. And then further on down, you would enter in your cost of goods, which is the item cost, and then the shipping cost, which is what you would expect to pay for the shipping label, which if you haven't sold the item yet or you haven't printed the shipping label yet, you will have to kind of guess a little bit, so try to guess a little bit higher. And then under that, any other miscellaneous costs that you want to add to that. And then you can select your store level, whether it's a basic or premium store, because it's going to calculate all of your eBay costs. And you can even check or uncheck the free insertion fee box. And then you just hit results and it calculates everything for you. So with that example that I was just showing you right here, $25 sale would have $7.93 in costs. If it was $1.78 for cost of goods and it shipped for $2.83, you could see there the eBay fees were calculated, the PayPal fees, and that would say a net profit of $17.07. And then it also goes even further and it tells you that it's a 215.3% return and a 68.3% margin. It even tells you that to break even, you would have had to have priced it at $5.58. So this app can actually give you a lot of information and it saves you from screwing up if you try to do mental math. And it also saves you from having to like break out a calculator and write down particular fees to find out if you would make money selling it at that price. All right, you guys, so those are all of the tools that I feel are essential for every reseller to have in their arsenal. What tool do you think every reseller should have? I'm really curious to know. Put it down in the comments below. And if you like videos like this, please remember to hit the thumbs up. That way it lets me know that you like these too, and it also tells YouTube that other people might like it. Don't forget to check the video description. I will put a bunch of useful information in there, as well as the link to sign up to get 2 free months on the Skillshare site. And remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever I post new content. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I will see you with my next video. Bye-bye.